Baptist School of Rosemont, and I'll be giving my persuasive speech on toothpaste. You walk into Target, and the aisle that catches your eye, or the one you naturally go to, is the candy or snack aisle. Your excitement builds as you get ready to get something you want. You walk over to your mom and you ask her, "Mommy, can I get some Cheetos? You've been craving them for days." However, she says, "No, run and go get me toothpaste and meet me at the checkout." The moment of disappointment as you go do what you were told. The ticked off, "I'm about to give Mom attitude walk." Since you're a great child, you do head to the toothpaste aisle anyways. Just think about what would happen if you did not go get that toothpaste. The next morning, you would wake up, ready to brush your teeth, and boom, the tube's empty. In that moment, you'd be so happy your mom made you go get toothpaste. Whenever I go get toothpaste, I always try to act as if I know what I'm looking for and know what I'm doing. As I'm standing there, I stare at the different boxes, deciding which one looks cool enough for me to take. There's like a million choices. To make it look better, I pick one up and I try to read all those 50-letter words, but I never know what it means. In my speech today, I hope that I can help you understand what toothpaste you should be buying, and definitely be smarter than the person staring at the shelf with you. First of all, before I get into the ingredients and selecting the best toothpaste, let's learn the history of toothpaste. Imagine you were born in the 4th century in Egypt. Egyptians were fascinating people. To get dirt and plaque off their teeth, they would use crushed eggshells, burned hooves of animals, or pumice. Pumice is like a volcano rock. But on the other hand, the Romans were like, "Okay, we don't want to make it seem like we're copying the Egyptians, so we're going to use oyster shells and mix it with urine, because using oyster shells isn't gross enough already." Then, finally, there's this scribe who figured out a formula for toothpaste and named it the powder for white and perfect teeth. Since then, scientists started messing around with that formula, adding detergent to make it nice and foamy, or using seaweed so it'd have consistency, or using chalk to make it nice and creamy. But too much messing around leads to making a toothpaste that contains formaldehyde, which is used to preserve bodies. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. At this point, it would be smart to try to not swallow toothpaste. You are now one step closer to knowing more than the hairy old guy staring at the shelf with you. Secondly, what brand is best for you? While looking up and down the shelf, the most basic brands seen are Colgate, Crest, and Sensodyne. Then you ask yourself, which brand should I be using? But before you choose a brand, you need to know what's in the toothpaste, so then you find the one you like and works for you, but is also effective. Well, this small tube has the ability to whiten, clean, and make your teeth healthier. Most fluoride toothpastes have these 6 basic ingredients. The first ingredient is a mild abrasive, which polishes and cleans the surface of your teeth. The second ingredient is a fluoride, which has the ability to strengthen your tooth enamel. Halfway down the list, we get to the humectants. That makes sure the toothpaste stays moist and doesn't become a powder. Now, the important ingredient is flavor, because flavor is everything. I've used an organic toothpaste before, but needless to say, I was crying and gagging every few seconds. Ew. The 5th ingredient is a couple chemicals combined to make it stable and consistent. And the last one is a detergent to make it nice and foamy once the paste mixes with water. Now that you got the gist of what's in most tubes, look for an ADA seal on the box or the tube. This seal means the toothpaste is effective. I've probably lost you halfway through the list, but if you're still with me, you've managed to make it past step 2 of knowing what you are doing. For the last step, I want you to make the right decision by choosing the best toothpaste. Sensodyne is a toothpaste for people with sensitive teeth, and it helps repair your enamel. There's not much I could really say here because if you need it, you need it. As for Colgate and Crest, they are the most popular in the United States. These companies have been going head-to-head on which has more effect on the teeth. Colgate has an antibacterial called triclosan, along with another ingredient that stays in the mouth for up to 12 hours after use. Triclosan slows or stops the growth of bacteria on the teeth. As for Crest, they use a stannous fluoride, which has a side effect of sloughing of the gum. It's when a thin layer of your gum peels away. It's not harmful, although it does make your teeth sensitive. Even though none of these brands are perfect, they all have something the others don't. Colgate has raised some red flags, as where Crest is safe with little side effect. But if your teeth get too sensitive, you can always switch to Sensodyne. It comes down to what will you choose now. To wrap things up, I'll give you an interesting fact. Toothpaste has a bar on the back of the tube. If it's green, then it's natural. If it's blue, then it's natural with medicine. If it's red, then it's natural with a chemical composition. The black is all chemicals. Try to use the toothpaste with the green or blue bar on the back. From my speech today, you've been able to learn the history of toothpaste, the ingredients in most tubes, and the brand you should be using. And just remember, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, it's hard to get it out. Back in. Thank you.